Disclaimer. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as professional psychological advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you're experiencing manipulation or abuse, please contact appropriate professional services. What if I told you there are psychological principles so powerful that they influence almost everyone, almost every time, whether they are aware of it or not? From the moment we wake up until the moment we go to sleep, these hidden rules subtly shape our thoughts, decisions, and behavior. People often wonder why they say yes when they plan to say no, or why certain sales pitches, advertisements, or social requests feel almost impossible to resist. Sometimes we instinctively trust someone, and other times we instinctively pull back, even when there seems to be no logical reason. Today, we are going to explore psychology tricks that are scientifically proven to influence human behavior. These techniques are used by marketers, negotiators, leaders, and influencers to persuade, connect, and even guide decisions on a subconscious level. The knowledge of these principles is not just a tool for influence, it is a form of power. Understanding them allows you to communicate more effectively, protect yourself from manipulation, and ethically influence others. By the end of this discussion, you will have practical insights into the subtle ways humans respond to influence, and you will understand how to apply these techniques responsibly. 1. The foot in the door technique. The foot in the door technique is deceptively simple yet incredibly effective. It involves starting with a small request that is easy to accept, followed by a larger request. Humans have a strong need for consistency, and once someone agrees to a small request, their mind tends to align with that behavior. They see themselves as cooperative or helpful, and they naturally strive to maintain that self-image. For example, if you want someone to volunteer for a long project, begin by asking them to perform a very small task, such as signing a petition or sharing a post. Once they comply with the small request, you can gradually increase the scope, asking for more time or involvement. Each small yes builds toward a bigger commitment, and because the person wants to maintain consistency, the larger request becomes more likely to succeed. This technique is widely used in marketing, charity campaigns, and even personal interactions to create incremental compliance. 2. The door in the face technique. In contrast to the foot in the door in the face technique works in reverse. You begin by making an unreasonably large request, expecting rejection, and then follow it with a smaller, more reasonable request, the one you actually want. The dramatic contrast between the first and second requests makes the second seem far more acceptable. For example, if you ask someone to help move all weekend, they will almost certainly say no. But when you follow up by asking for just 1 hour of help on Saturday, that smaller request suddenly seems very reasonable in comparison. People often feel relieved and inclined to agree. This technique leverages the human tendency to seek compromise and fairness, and it works exceptionally well when the initial request is obviously exaggerated. 3. The power of because. Harvard researchers discovered a fascinating principle. People are far more likely to comply with a request when a reason is provided, even if the reason is trivial. The magic word is because. When we hear a reason for someone's request, our brains automatically accept it as justification. For instance, if someone says, "Can I cut in line?" the success rate may be around 60%. But adding a simple reason like, "because I'm in a rush," increases compliance to over 90%. Even weak or obvious reasons, such as, "because I need to make copies," are surprisingly effective. The word because triggers an automatic sense of rationality and makes people feel obligated to agree, demonstrating the powerful influence of even minimal justification on decision-making. 4. Mirroring and matching. Mirroring and matching involves subtly mimicking another person's body language, speech patterns, or tone of voice to create rapport. Humans naturally gravitate toward those who behave similarly to them, and mirroring taps into this unconscious psychological principle. For example, if the person you are speaking with leans forward, you can lean forward a few seconds later. If they speak slowly, mirror their pace. Studies show that waiters who subtly mirror their customers tend to receive higher tips, and negotiators using this technique often secure better outcomes. The key is subtlety. If you mirror every gesture immediately, it becomes noticeable and awkward. Done correctly, it fosters trust, comfort, and connection without words. 5. The scarcity principle. Humans desire what is rare or limited. Scarcity triggers urgency and compels people to act quickly, often bypassing rational decision-making. Words and phrases such as limited time offer, only 2 left in stock, or exclusive opportunity activate this principle. Scarcity works because we fear missing out on something valuable. Retailers, marketers, and advertisers use this tactic extensively to increase sales and engagement. By perceiving an item as scarce or unavailable for long, people assign greater value to it. Scarcity creates a sense of urgency, prompting faster decisions and heightening the importance of immediate action. 6. The Benjamin Franklin effect. The Benjamin Franklin effect is counterintuitive yet powerful. Asking someone for a favor can increase their liking for you rather than decreasing it. Franklin discovered this when he borrowed a rare book from a rival. Afterward, the rival became friendly rather than resentful. This happens because of cognitive dissonance. Our brains rationalize our actions to maintain a consistent self-image. If we do a favor for someone, our brain concludes that we must like that person, otherwise, our action would conflict with our self-perception. Small favors work best. The effect is stronger than simply doing something for someone else because it requires the person to internally justify their positive feelings toward you. 7. The reciprocity rule. Reciprocity is deeply embedded in human behavior. When someone does something for us, we feel an automatic need to return the favor. This principle is seen in everyday life in countless ways. For example, free samples in stores encourage purchases. Restaurants give small treats like mints to increase tips. Sharing valuable information prompts others to reciprocate. Even minor gestures create a psychological obligation to respond in kind. By giving first, even in small ways, you activate this natural human tendency, making it a powerful tool for influence. 8. The Zeigarnik effect. The Zeigarnik effect is the psychological phenomenon where incomplete or unfinished tasks are remembered better than completed ones. This creates a sense of tension and unresolved curiosity. Cliffhangers in TV shows, books, and presentations use this principle to maintain attention. Leaving information partially incomplete causes people to focus mentally on resolving it. For practical use, when presenting information or teaching, leave open loops. I have 3 tips, but I will share only 2 for now. This engages the audience's mind until the final piece is revealed, keeping them attentive and invested. 9. The anchoring effect. Anchoring occurs when the first piece of information presented becomes a reference point for subsequent decisions. The first number mentioned, whether in pricing, negotiation, or estimation, strongly influences perception. For example, if a product is compared to another priced at $500, and yours is $300, the $300 seems like a bargain because of the $500 anchor. In salary negotiations, whoever mentions a number first often sets the tone. Anchoring subtly shifts perceptions, making decisions lean toward the initially established reference point. 10. Social proof. Social proof is the psychological principle where people determine what is correct or desirable by observing the behavior of others. When uncertain, humans look to the actions of peers or society to guide their own behavior. Common examples include, most popular item, trusted by thousands of customers, or 4 out of 5 experts recommend this. Social proof increases trust, reduces hesitation, and encourages compliance. People are more likely to donate, buy, or engage in behavior if they see others doing it first. These techniques are powerful because they tap into fundamental human psychology. When used ethically, they enhance communication, negotiation, and relationships. Recognizing when these techniques are applied to you is equally important. It protects you from manipulation and allows you to make informed choices in personal and professional contexts. Psychology is powerful, and now you have the tools to use it effectively. If you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs to up their persuasion game. Subscribe for more psychology content that gives you an edge. This content is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not professional psychological advice, therapy, or medical guidance. The information presented is based on psychological research and principles but should not replace consultation with licensed mental health professionals. If you are experiencing abuse, manipulation, or mental health concerns, please contact National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. Crisis Text Line. Text HOME to 741741, your local mental health services. The creator and channel are not responsible for any actions taken based on this information.